Building a better future for Thailand. There's a COVID surge in Bangkok, and the Muay Thai Female Fighter is back and standing up for all women in Thailand. All these news stories coming up in today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand with Jay and Tim, and it's celebrations.
Why?
As we've come to this new set.
Well, that's the old Bangkok.
Not for some viewers.
But we've decided we're going to sit in comfortable chairs. So
that's right.
If we get bored, we can have a bit of a rest and a sleep.
Tim, when we first decided to do Good Morning Thailand, you told me that this is how you imagined it.
Yes.
And yet it's taken us about 8 months to finally get here. And this is possibly the easiest setup we've ever had to do.
It is, but we've got the old plant.
That's right.
We've got a few familiar microphones.
It's Henrietta. She's
and
back.
You've got sneakers on.
Yes.
With laces that apparently you're not meant to do up.
That's right. That's the style. You don't need laces anymore. They're overrated.
You might like to comment about this particular phenomenon on our comment section. And good morning to everybody who is logging in here complaining that we're late. We're very sorry.
Yes.
Jay had to spend at least 10 minutes undoing his laces to get this new look.
Je apologie. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Good Morning Thailand. We hope you like the new setup. It's a bit more chill, more talk showy. What did you like to call it? A chit chat.
Chit chat.
A chit chat. So yeah.
C-H chit.
Shall we tell them about the new news we have regarding the new show?
The new show.
The new show.
You can do that. Well,
yes.
We had a new show, and now we've got a new show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, starting Monday, we will have a new show called Asia News Today. As we do have a lot of viewers from around Asia, and there has been some demand for people asking about what about the other countries like Cambodia and Philippines and Singapore and Hong Kong and China, everyone's favorite China. So yes, now we will have a dedicated program for Asia News, which will be done by none other than Tim Newton himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
Well,
and that's why we have a new set, because we also have another new set that the viewers haven't seen yet.
Well, they sort of have, but not in the
not
context
this one.
of... No,
they've never seen this one.
Haven't they?
Not really.
Oh, the Thai viewers
That's
would
right.
have, yes.
The Thai viewers would have.
Not the English viewers.
That's right. We have a brand new set.
Don't get too excited though, right?
Yeah. Everybody, expectations down to the low.
Yes.
Wow, that was a lot of waffle at the start. As people say, there's a lot of waffle going on. Guys, it's called timestamps. Yes? Click on it. Right. Our first topic for today will be Thailand Pass hotlines emails for assistance with registration process.
So maybe we should just background this by saying that at the moment you can come back to Thailand, but if you're Thai or if you're an expat, a foreigner, even a diplomat,
yes,
you have to fill out this Thailand Pass to get back into the country. It's online, it's run by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and you have to upload all sorts of details, depending on how you want to come back. There's the test and go system, there's the sandbox, and then there's alternative quarantine. So there are 3 ways that you can come back into Thailand at this moment. A lot of people, as we know, and you've said it many, many times, are complaining that it's just too complicated and we're going to go somewhere else in the meantime. That aside, we're just here to tell you what the situation is.
That's right.
So with test and go, you've got day 1 and day 5, PCR test and prepaid, sort of hotel accommodation / quarantine.
That's right. Then you have the sandbox, which is a 7-day quarantine. 7-day quarantine as regional quarantine. So in the sandbox area, let's say for example Phuket, you can travel all around Phuket during the day. You just have to come back and quarantine in your hotel at night.
Somebody noting that I'm barefoot. I didn't think the camera was quite that wide, but
oh, no.
Indeed I am barefoot.
How dare you stick your feet up? Oh no.
Yes.
It's all going to be about your foot fetish now.
Which is, I think, the tone of our program today is things caught on camera and have had much wider ramifications than that intended by the original photographer.
That's right.
But we'll get to that.
The last option is alternative quarantine. For anyone who is not vaccinated, you are still welcome to come to Thailand, but go through a 7 to 10 day hotel quarantine at your expense.
and that's the key, at your expense. So look, these are the situations. A lot of people, like thousands of people, are registering every day to come back to Thailand. Some people have to come back to Thailand. Some people want to come back to Thailand because they've got family, they've got business, friends here. Other people want to come here just for a holiday. So at least the Thailand Pass gives you options. And now there are these hotlines and emails which are designed to make things a bit easier.
Yes, and registration is free. I repeat, Thailand Pass registration is free. So please don't go to some third-party website and if they're charging you, it's not real. I have a link in the description to the direct article where you can find all the websites, all the hotlines and emails that you need to get into contact to, and you can find all the information on that article on thetiger.com. Right, moving on. Another quick...
Can I just say that the conversation on the live feed, which people watching the show later in the day can't see.
Yes.
But they're all talking about the fact that you're pointing your toes to the camera and that you shouldn't be doing that in Thailand.
Yes.
Of course that's what they're going to be talking about, Jay.
Yeah. Well, Sick Puppy says, yes, you should not show the soles of your feet in Thailand. ... Jay. I'm not showing my soles are facing away from the camera.
Yeah, there you go. You tell him, Jay.
Yeah, Sick Puppy. Come on, give me a break. Anyway.
Can we just move on from the feet and get on to the topics?
Yes.
Speaking of which,
yes,
yesterday's big story by a long way, not only on the Thaiger, but all around Thai media. Everybody...
Because that's quite like entertaining news in a way.
Yeah.
Before we get to the entertaining news, let me just move all the somber, more serious news out.
To the side.
Two quick updates I wanted to make. First one being, Tim, that Bangkok is experiencing a COVID surge. We currently have 2,000 new infections every day.
In Bangkok alone.
That's right. And in most cases, the virus is being spread through group activities in venues such as pubs and bars that are now operating under restaurant licenses. And the reason I wanted to give this update is because Songkran, the festival where we all get to throw water at each other, traditionally, Thai people go to the temples and it's a new year and you're supposed to cleanse away your bad sins.
Just like this.
Yes, just like that. But a lot of the foreigners and Thai people, we normally love to celebrate Thailand by spraying water at everyone. Songkran will be cancelled if COVID numbers hit 30,000. And this is according to the DDC, which is the Department of Disease Control. And I say this because it has been cancelled for the last 2 years and there is an expected surge at the end of early March and near the end of March. So we're heading towards the direction of 30,000. And if it does reach 30,000, unfortunately, for the third time year in a row, it might be cancelled.
Just decode this news, which has come out of obviously the double CSA. I don't think we'll get to 30,000. I think this is just a bit of a warning. Don't go to drink in pubs. I think this is just a warning, trying to scare people to just behave themselves during this surge of the Omicron variant, which, as we know, is not as dangerous as former variants, and a lot of people just wanting this to go away. But looks like the Thai government is still sticking to their guns as far as keeping the bars and the pubs closed, and they're just using this as a bit of a scare tactic, in my point of view.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, what do you want me to say? Are you reading the comments? It's just the
live chat. If you read the comments, you can't focus because people are currently commenting on my slender ankles, apparently.
Your slender ankles?
Apparently like for a big guy, I've got slender ankles.
Your lumberjack ankles.
All right. Let's...
Just move on.
Let's just move on. Let's take a quick break and refresh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's
get our act together.
Yeah, let's move on from the ankle and the shoe talk. Let's take a break. Let's take a breath as well, drink some coffee, and come back to hear some news about Thailand. So we'll be back.
Let's do that
right after this.
Find the coffee roast you love most. Coffee Culture delivers Thai coffee online. Whole beans or pre-ground delivered to your doorstep in Thailand. Go to coffeeculture.asia and get coffee you love delivered to your doorstep.
And welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand with Jay and Tim. Look at our new set. It's not so new, yet it's not old as well.
Well, a couple of old couches, and here we are.
And here we are.
So just a quick update on the COVID numbers today. We don't, as you know, routinely read them out. I'm only reading these because there's some things hidden in here. They're saying 14,800 new infections today, which, okay, is a rise. We've seen a steady rise over the past, now 2 weeks, from sort of 8,000 up now to the 14,800 range. Hidden in here is also 7,700 probable cases, which are ATK tests. So if you add that 7,000 to the 14,000, then obviously you've got quite a few new infections. Now, importantly, most of these people are either asymptomatic or have mild symptoms, but there are currently 563 people, Jay, still in ICU or in serious condition with COVID-related disease, 114 on ventilators. There were 20 deaths reported in the last 24 hours. We report those numbers as they are. There's no fear-mongering. There's no sensation. It's just the way it is.
Yes, all right. Moving on to a story regarding building a better future for Thailand. Now, Tim, the Finance Minister, Kun Arkhom Termpithaya Phaisit.
Sorry, what was the name?
Kun Arkhom Termpithaya Phaisit.
Ah, nice.
I apologize if I've said that wrong, but it's
Now,
a very long last
I
name.
should also say that you read the Thai names
Yes.
in English because you can't read Thai script.
Yes, I cannot read Thai writing.
So you're amazing that you can get the right tonings
Yes.
as you read it in English. Well done.
Well, like most Lukrungs or foreigners who learn Thai in Thailand, I learned Thai through karaoke Thai. Are you aware of karaoke Thai?
no.
It's when you go to karaoke,
Yeah.
they have Thai songs, but then they have English writing on how to sing the Thai song.
Ah, I see.
So we call it karaoke Thai. So I can read Thai, but in karaoke.
okay.
That's right. So Finance Minister
The famous karaoke dialect.
Yes. The Finance Minister has highlighted 8 areas that Thailand needs to work on for the future, to build the future of Thailand. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but
Thank heavens.
some of them I did find interesting. So,
Okay.
the 8 areas include climate change, digital technology, health and wellness industry. Now, he's focused on SMEs, which is small and medium-sized enterprises, to support those interested in investing and launching startups. And then I thought, oh, what does he have to say about the tourist industry? Now, he said tourist industry, quality, not quantity. That's what Thailand needs to focus on. And by that, he said the country must pay more attention to attracting travelers with high spending power.
Jay, they've been saying that for 20 years. But
Yes.
we all know the power of Thai tourism. Noom, by the way, your headphones are way too
Loud.
way too loud. We got Noom only meters away from us now. The attraction has been the fact that the diversity of opportunities for travellers, budget hotels, the backpackers, all the way up to the high spenders.
Mm-hmm.
So they can keep on saying they want the high spenders to come.
Yes.
But the real meat of Thai tourism has been the medium to low income people coming here just having a good time, and the Thai people have always found ways to extract money from them at the lower end, the markets and all the hotels and the backpacker places. So they can keep on sort of singing this tune, but no one's going to take it.
I just don't like the fact that they attempt to sing this tune, because he went on further to say that, yes, we need to focus on high spending power as opposed to relying on mass tourism, which is known to have a negative impact on the environment and natural resources. I don't understand how a person of power can say this out loud in front of a camera. I mean, just,
Look, if they want to truly
Yes.
attract high spenders, what they would do is they'd make the requirements to retire here for high spenders, they'd lower the bar so it's much easier to live and stay here. Now, if they're really wanting to push this agenda, then they need to show it with actual policies and on the ground actions that will actually work to attract these people, get them to move here, retire here, and spend their money. But at the moment, they still make it difficult.
I sometimes feel like some officials in Thailand don't understand the meaning behind the word confidentiality. This is something that you can utter and talk about to your fellow ministers, in a secret meeting, like, let's try to get high-spending people into Thailand. But who actually goes out and says, we don't care about mass tourism? You're just going to piss off a lot of people.
And you've got to remember that pre-2019, the real fuel behind the Thai tourism fire was mass tourism. 25 to 30% of it from just from one country, China. So if they want to get all their tourism numbers back up again, the mass tourism is part of that whole formula. There's no way around that.
Yes. All right.
So interesting point.
Anyways, moving on to the topic that we've all been waiting for.
Kung Fu fighting.
It's We're talking about Muay Thai.
Well, specifically
Definitely
about...
not Kung Fu fighting or whatever that was.
A bit of Kung Fu Panda, I think that was. This story was like really viral yesterday.
Yes.
On the Thaiger, we sort of check all the stories that ranked the day before, and the story about we sort of nicknamed her, and we don't mean to be offensive, but we nicknamed her the Muay Thai chick.
Yes.
She really lit up the internet yesterday.
Yes, she did.
Just roughly, have we got the video of her? So
Yes.
This is video of the lady defending her honour, as she was saying. She actually ended up going to police and she told them that she was defending the honour of women. And if you actually check out the video, one thing is quite obvious, that it wasn't beer poured over the man's head, over her head. It was water.
Oh.
So not that changes the matter much. It's just a matter of fact. But if you have even a close look, even a slightly close look, it was water poured over her. I mean, who would want to waste a good beer? But the man, he's actually suffered consequences.
Yes.
He was sacked.
He was sacked. So I believe he works for Swiss Hotel?
Swiss Hotel in Ratchada, which is, I'm not sure, Swiss Hotel Bangkok Ratchada.
Yes.
So somewhere around here. But he's been sacked. My question, and they said, the announcement said that the man's behaviour was inappropriate and out of line.
Yes.
The hotel did not support misconduct by its employees, be it outside work hours. So my question is, does an employer
Yes.
have the right to sack an employee for actions outside of hotel hours, given the person wasn't wearing a staff uniform or any merchandise that advertised the hotel or where he was employed? I asked that question. I'm not sure about the labour laws in Thailand as regards this particular action, but I'm thinking he might have some comeback at the hotel for sacking him. What's your feeling about that?
It depends what contract he signed with the hotel as well, because if the hotel does say that, look, you're in a position of power in the hotel, you are a representation of this hotel, even if you're off duty and you've done something wrong, then we have the right to fire you. And now, because of his actions, I have no sympathy for him, but legally, you have a point. You have a point. Like, does the employer have a right? Because you said, like, for example, if I was off hours, off duty, and I was doing something, and I got myself in a little bit of a trouble, that's got nothing to do with the company I work. That's just something personal in my life.
If you, I mean, I'm going to extremes here, but if you raped somebody, or if you, I'm saying,
What?
or if you robbed a bank.
I robbed a bank. Let's go with a robbed
Okay.
bank, please.
All right.
Whoa.
Or if you, murdered somebody, then okay, I think that's... But pouring water over another person's head...
Yes.
Which was an assault, for sure. But it certainly wasn't what I would call something that you'd end up in jail over.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if the hotel here has really overstepped its mark. I think the man should be counselled. He should. The police should address the action as they did.
Mm-hmm.
Both the man and the woman were fined 1,000 baht.
Yes.
For their alleged violence.
But let's also look at it from the other point of view. Now, this man has gone viral. Everybody knows his face. Everybody knows what he's done. Everybody knows where he works. Let's say he gets suspended for a week, comes back to work. Are there no other females or the boxer's loved ones or angry fans, angry netizens. They're going to go to the hotel and maybe they're going to protest. Maybe they're going to call him out. Maybe they throw like some things at him. How does the hotel deal with that? How does he deal with that as a person? So he has now basically, put his own foot in his mouth. He's done something he shouldn't have done.
Well, she tried to put her foot in his mouth.
Yes.
I think the fact that they were both at a bar and consuming alcohol, and probably...
It was a restaurant, Tim.
It was a restaurant,
of course. It was an outdoor, open-air restaurant.
I think when you got consumption of alcohol in the play there, that people let their guard down. Now, in his defence, and I'm not defending anybody in this, I'm just sort of trying to wade through the legal entrails. He didn't defend himself. He didn't kick back at the woman. His act of violence was pouring the water over her head. And clearly, he must have realised that she was going to respond in some way. And she responded with a few high kicks and moves she knew.
Yeah.
And people are cheering her on. Yeah, go, girl, go, girl. But he didn't defend the situation. People tried to come in and intervene. So it's an interesting one. But my feeling is that the hotel's overstepped its mark on this. All
right. Well, I think, like you said, Tim, this topic is quite popular currently, and it is
huge.
It's huge. It's still extremely viral all across Thai media and English media. We'll keep you updated on any of the news or any updates regarding this story, and we'll let you know
I can also
as
say
they come along.
The man, his name has not been identified,
yes.
As far as we know. And I suppose the hotel in some ways is, as you suggested, trying to protect themselves from any fallout from this.
Yes.
But there has been a lot of fallout, a lot of commentary. I mean, everybody here is commenting about it. They think it's the big number one story.
Yeah.
So
from a business point of view, the hotel probably did the best thing that they could, because very few people are going to defend that man, and they're going to be like, oh, glad he lost his job, That's what angry people would do anyways. They'll be like, oh, glad he lost his job. Swiss Hotel did the right thing. Swiss Hotel has got nothing to do with this. Rightly so, the hotel's done nothing.
What about where the woman works?
She's a Thai boxer, what do you mean?
Okay, but where does she work?
I don't know. She's probably going to get some interviews. She's going to be invited to some shows. She's going to get some fame from that.
Because she bashed up a guy.
No, she stood up for herself.
By inflicting violence on another human being.
After violence was inflicted upon her.
Was it violence or was it an assault?
Yes, you can go to punch a man, but just because you missed, you can't complain you got hit by that person.
Okay.
Violence is violence.
All right, so...
I'm not condoning violence, but I'm just saying that she stood up for herself. She stood up for herself.
Okay.
Because like I told you, if it was someone from my family and someone did that to her, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Would you be standing up for her? If she put her hands on her hips and she screamed at the man,
yes,
that'd be standing up for herself as well.
Yes.
But she decided to actually go beyond that and it would inflict pain on the man.
Because she could. I don't know if it's inflicting pain on someone, but she gave him a few kicks. I wish she would have given him a kick to his face so he fell down.
What about if the man did that to her?
But,
in fact, switch the whole thing around.
Okay.
If the woman
yes.
had poured beer over the man,
yes.
and he started Muay Thai kicking her, would that be okay? He's only defending himself, Jay.
Equality.
If you want equality, that's equality.
Either way you go, there's going to be right and there's going to be wrong. I just feel like the man shouldn't have done that. The woman could have handled it in a better way, right? She could have really put him in trouble. If she hadn't perhaps hit him, she could have probably got him in more trouble. But the fact that she did hit him, maybe a little less trouble.
And if you think that our viewers are not reacting to this, you'd be wrong.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. What is
Mr. Newton's point of view is bizarre.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is your opinion regarding this topic? Do you agree that she did the right thing? Do you agree that the man was right to be fired? Do you think it was too aggressive? Let us know in the comments section below. And as of right now, we're going to move to our last topic, which is regarding the Winter Olympics. Things that not many people care about in Thailand.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Thailand isn't known for its snow or its winter sports.
Yes.
Winter sports here are trying to get cool on a hot day.
Yes.
It's winter currently around Thailand, and well, if you walk out into Bangkok today, it rained last night about 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
It came down like big time around this part of the city anyway, which is unusual. This time of the year we usually don't get any rain at all, like zero, none, for about 2 or 3 months. But yeah, last night we got some rain. That aside, it is winter, and this is the coolest time of the year, and in Bangkok the temperature today, the high temperature would be 30, 32 or something. That's winter in Thailand. But I don't know about you, but there was a lot of political hoo-ha leading up to the Winter Olympics.
Hoo-ha.
And of course COVID was part of the situation as well. Do you care less about the Winter Olympics, Jay?
I just like curling, that's all I have to say.
I love the curling.
I feel like that's all I watch. Like, if I have a channel on TV and curling is going on, I'm like, yeah, Canada! That's all I know.
So I think cleaners of the world, the training that you must do, you have to be a good cleaner.
Yeah.
Because they rush ahead on their skates, brushing for the curling, what's it called? The curling, I was going to call it the curling wand. The curling, what's that called? The thing that rolls along the ground in the curling. The curling ball, the curling rock.
The curling ball?
Somebody would be able to tell us, I'm sure. But anyway, I think the curling is worth watching. But it's the synchronised swimming of the Winter Olympics. It's the what the hell are they doing sport. Anyway, all that aside, I've seen a lot of the various world channels trying to make something of it, and it's usually about the people that fell down or failed in their attempts. That's where they've been making the headlines. But the actual people breaking records, that hasn't been making a lot of headlines. But one thing that has made headlines both in China and in Singapore is this video clip. You might like to show it, Noom. Oh, we got it? We don't have it. We're just looking for it now. It's the Channel News Asia. You don't have it? Oh, don't worry. We'll move on. So what it was a Channel News Asia report.
Okay.
Channel News Asia is one of the main news channels in Singapore, owned by MediaCorp. MediaCorp is owned by Temasek Holdings, and Temasek Holdings is wholly owned by the Singapore government. Now in Singapore, it is illegal, officially illegal for same-sex couples to be together.
Okay.
So what a couple did is they photobombed a coverage in Beijing. It was at a bar, and two men decided, Singapore, okay.
The good old photobomb.
They decided they were going to have a passionate kiss. I'm sorry we don't have the footage, because it's actually, the kiss only lasted, I don't know, about 5 seconds. But then the young Asian gentleman turned to the camera with a sort of a campy grin going, take that, Singapore. And it was the first time a gay kiss has been shown in Singapore, inadvertently. Now, when that clip was eventually loaded onto the CNA YouTube channel, that particular part was removed, of course. But it's gone viral anyway. It's on YouTube, and it's got
I think on TikTok
madly trying to find it.
On TikTok, it had more than 800,000 views.
And it's also gone viral on the Weibo platform, which is sort of the
Chinese Facebook.
Chinese Facebook. It's just gone insane because same-sex relationships are illegal there as well.
Yes.
So the two countries that don't want to see men kissing on TV, because that's somehow going to destroy their countries, this has gone viral. So all I can say, and I don't really care one way or the other, but good on you two guys for finding a sneaky little way to make your point. I think a lot of people will be cheering them on.
I mean, yes, what they did was, hilarious, firstly.
Yeah.
But they've caused probably CNA
Oh, just
a lot of issues.
sure. I mean, but what are the CNA people going to do? There would have been the reporter, who of course is facing the camera, and there'd be a cameraman. That would be the whole crew.
Yes.
They were just doing this is the vibe at this pub here in Beijing, and tonight we've got the curling and the synchronised something or other, and the downhill skiing, and these two guys behind, whilst they're trying to show a bit of Beijing flavour, decided to have a quick snog.
What are you gonna do?
But the Muay Thai kicking girl has gone viral, and these two guys, I mean, with 4 days, I think this happened last Friday.
Yes.
It's still going viral, and people are picking up on it. I think Noom eventually found at least a photo of the incident, but it's fascinating that has gone completely viral, and it will have heads will roll in Singapore because of it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break. We're done with all of our top stories from today. If you do have any questions regarding any of the stories that we've spoken about today, I know you do, or any questions for Tim or me, please leave them in the comment section now. Type in question at the start of your question. It makes it easier for us to read, and we'll be back right
actually,
after this.
before we do, Jay,
Yeah.
before we do, Victor has a suggestion. He says, Tim, kiss Jay's ankle. So all I can say is
Okay.
no, that won't be happening.
All right, moving on. We'll be back right after this.
Isn't it time for you to come back to the islands? Phuket is open and it's never looked better. Choose your trip to your favourite island with 5 Star Marine. Go to 5starmarinephuket.com.
Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand with Jay and Tim, and it's now time to answer some of your questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, PT Tan says, "Is Tim holding a wand?"
It's a pen.
Yes. Is it your wand? Is that what you play with at night?
Cigarette smokers, they sort of, like to have a cigarette in their hand. Other people I chew my fingernails as well. But I do like to have something I can wave at people and point at Jay and point at you. Not inspired by Harry Potter, but thanks for the question.
I see.
All the winter games have no diversity, so it's bad to call out hockey, but not snowboarding.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I didn't quite understand that.
I don't know. I think about the Winter Olympics. Yeah, there's snowboarding, half pipe, full pipe. There's, curling. There is also...
Cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
Ice
The
skating.
lube, is it?
Luge.
The luge.
The figure skating. And then there's the sort of... the ice skating couples where they do the dancing. The dancing, the ice skate dancing. I'm not sure.
No, you
what
can't
it's
say
called.
dancing, they're athletes.
Yeah, they are athletes.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
All right, Hans says, "Are exposed ankles appropriate in broadcast journalism?" Hans, I can
Jeez.
rightfully tell you that this is not journalism, what we're doing right now.
Clearly.
I'm definitely not a journalist, and although this is a broadcast on YouTube, this is not a television show, and I think you're taking this way too seriously.
Yes, way too seriously. And if I want to show my ankles or any other part of my body, I will.
Damien
So watch
Jester.
out.
Damien Jester says full pipe. I'm not sure. I know there's half pipe. I'm not sure if there's a full pipe. I just thought there would be. Clearly, I'm not from a country that has winter or winter sports, so I apologize, Damien.
Larry's got an important question, Jay.
Okay.
Did Jay ever study ballet? He has the perfect ankles. Love the show.
Thank you, Larry. No, I didn't. I never studied ballet. I can't really dance. I'm just like a... Yeah,
I'm
I can't
thinking
dance.
Jay in a tutu with ballet slippers.
Have you never watched Billy Elliot? You don't. Not every man who does ballet wears a tutu.
No.
There's also a bad boy
Billy
of ballet.
Elliot, by the way, was a slim young gentleman who was actually quite balletic and coordinated.
Yes.
Which does not really resemble you.
Have you ever seen the bad boy of ballet, Sergei Polunin?
No.
He's got tattoos and everything.
Why is he bad?
Because he's got tattoos and everything, and he's just a bad boy, isn't he? Ballet is normally quite classy and elite.
Question from Fred. Do PCR tests work, Tim? Yes. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
What else have we got here? Question. Did Jay ever study ballet? Question J, Discord, how long? Great idea. Tell us about Discord and what we're going to do with Discord.
Sure. Who asked
What is
that
Discord?
question? Who asked that question?
Shane O. Traveller.
Shane O'Travel, right. So
Member.
Discord. What I'm going to do today is either today or tomorrow, hopefully today, I'm going to make a members video and tell you what server I've created for Discord. So firstly, Discord is a server or service which allows you to have voice communication, originally created for gamers. It was actually created for gamers to talk to each other while they're playing games, and then eventually games involved voice communication inbuilt into the game, and now
Okay.
Discord is just a place where you can meet and have conversations and talk and game.
Is that like Clubhouse?
Equivalent, similar, not same but different.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to have a Discord channel, and it's going to be for members?
Yes, it's going to be for members only.
Members only.
We'll be able to have voice communication with each other and have a chat, ask questions. You could barrage me with insults if you must, and I'll try to get Natty involved. Sometimes if Tim's free, Tim involved. And this is a way where we get to connect with our members and take it to the next level.
Hans mentioned something about Singapore and their rather draconian laws there.
Yeah.
Said, didn't some snotty child of an American get caned there for spitting? Yes, spitting and chewing gum, for example, are also illegal in Singapore, and a young American was caned there. And it caused quite a diplomatic incident between the US and Singapore for a time, but I think he was 19-year-old at the time. He did eventually get caned, which is still a punishment meted out in Singapore.
Yes. Kay Samui says, what are each of your favorite Thai food dishes?
Well, because yesterday we were talking about the Oxford Dictionary recognising pad Thai. Pad See I like.
Okay.
I know it's not particularly interesting. The non-spicy ones, a good pad Thai I like. A lot of them can be a bit oily, but I like a good pad Thai.
Nice.
Massaman curry, which
Oh,
is more of
nice.
sort of southern
But
Thailand.
actually it's more like Malaysian, but yeah.
It is a bit Malay, but someone's also saying it's popular in
Fair
southern
enough,
Thailand.
yes. More south of Thailand. Yeah.
Massaman gai.
Yeah. It's more popular amongst the Muslim communities.
Yes, but I love massaman. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a huge favourite. It's like a go-to dish. What about you?
Panang Kai.
There you go.
Okay.
Which sort of a spicy massaman guy.
A little bit more spicy. We've got
Yes.
peanut sauce in it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. West Texas Greg says, I feel bad for these Olympic athletes who have trained for years only to compete without the experience of a roaring crowd. It does feel sad, doesn't it? Imagine becoming an Olympian and there's no one to cheer you on except your coach.
Yeah, look, whoever was going to host the Winter Olympics at this time was going to have the same situation. They were going to have to show their responsibility to protect the athletes, to protect the spectators. I mean, these magnificent facilities have been constructed in China, and China wanted to showcase, show all their engineering capabilities. The actual snowfields where they're actually got all the outside, they're not even places where there's usually snow. They've made artificial snow for a lot of these snowfields. Not all of them, but some of them. For some of the events, they've actually had to manufacture the snow and do the artificial snow before the event. So yeah, it's very difficult, but China's done their best to do the showcasing, and of course people are not watching in droves.
Breeze Maracot Cherry says, Jay, will my Thai language reading and speaking improve through Thai karaoke? Sounds like a good plan. Definitely not reading, but speaking, yes. I could sing in Thai before I could speak in Thai.
You can sing?
Yes.
That's not what I've heard. Question from Zanderman. This is a good one. Are you for or against casinos in Thailand? I think they destroy families and lives. What's your thoughts about casinos being legal in Thailand?
Ooh.
Okay. I'm against them. I'll state that. I think when they introduced legal casinos in Melbourne, they caused a lot more heartache than joy. And of course, casinos are designed for one reason, and that's to extract money from people's pockets
Thailand,
and put it into the hands of the owners. people think that casinos are places they can win money. Casinos are places you can lose money.
Yeah, Thailand has definitely a gambling problem, a huge gambling problem.
And I think the worst thing they could do is make casinos legal. By the way, we are in a working office here. We're not in a quiet studio. So the noise you hear in the background is actually people working.
Yes.
I mentioned that in passing.
PG Center says, can I buy my autographed print and have it shipped overseas? PG Center, we're still working on the overseas shipping. However, the paintings have arrived and we are on the process of signing them. Jet signed them, by the way.
Yes, Jet signed them all. I signed one of them. We just did a bit of a test. We've signed some and we've left some unsigned so people can buy signed or unsigned versions of that well-known painting.
So it's too late for that. Jet signed all of them.
Oh dear. Okay.
So you'll have just Jet on one if you prefer one.
But you're going to get me, Jay, Natty and Jet.
Yes.
Signatures. Hand-signed.
All right, I think we shall end the show there. We've got 555 people watching the show. Only 88 likes. Please, could you click the like button?
What?
And also subscribe. Please subscribe. There's 45% of our viewers every episode that are not subscribed. So if you do enjoy watching us, please subscribe to our channel. Please click like on the video. We appreciate you. Thank you to all the viewers watching. Thank you to all the members for your support. Thank you to Coffee Culture, by the way.
Yes.
With these beautiful mugs.
And I was going to also say, whilst we're waxing lyrical about the beautiful Coffee Culture mugs here, available at culture.asia,
yes,
is that if you want this show, Good Morning Thailand, which gets between 15 and 20,000 views every day, if you want it to come to your workplace, your hotel, your massage parlour, wherever,
yes,
as long as it's roughly within about 5 kilometres of central Bangkok, but would go to Pattaya if you want us to come down there, but you'll probably have to find some accommodation for us. And, well, we don't do anything lower than 5-star, of course. But, we'll come.
Yeah.
So if you want Good Morning Thailand, contact us at info.thetiger. No.
info@thetiger.com.
Yeah, and we'll tell you how small the amount is for us to come and grace your particular facility.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday, #Lumberjack Fridays, and the last day of the week. So we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.